we have our next speaker. We once again welcome Kishor Chandak ji. Yesterday, he was there in his best explaining us the hand-stuck stamp, postage stamps of India. Today, we call him again to speak on the early India cancellations, where his scholarly work has resulted in 700 plus pages of a book, which perhaps becomes a ready reckoner for people who collect the Indian stamps and with the early India cancellations. May I welcome Kishore ji to present his topic, early India cancellations.
Thank you. Welcome all again. Well, friends, yesterday I left my speech or lecture at 1852, the first time when India was released. Today I am talking about 1852 to 1900, that is all Queen Victoria era. In that particular 48 years of span, almost 152 different types of cancellations, postmarks, they were used, having at least more than 10, 15, 20, 26 different types of varieties in as subtypes. So almost we can say that there are more than 1,000 plus or maybe around 2,000 cancellations we can have in early Indian cancellations if we want to collect all these things. Again, as yesterday everybody was telling that every day some new stamps are coming up, new cancellations are coming up. So naturally, whatever we have collected and we have shown in our book, that must be the part of that. Now, other people, all other collectors, they are free to give us suggestion and the new find what they are having. Early Indian cancellation, I have divided into almost three categories. That is one, general cancellations, which was used pan-India. The second was railway cancellation and steamer cancellations. And the third one was government and military cancellations. So with these three different categories, 152 different cancellations were shown. Here I am just coming up with few of the early types up to say 70 or 80, because I am not covering railway cancellations, government cancellations and other cancellation, military cancellations. Well, the first cancellation goes to the Sindadak. The instructions were given that when you apply the cancellation with that iron cancellation, you have to twist the bar so that the cancellation will be very dark and no one will able to use the stamp again. You can see the white Sindadak and blue Sindadak is having that kind of cancellation. So what type of cancellation was there, you can't recognize. But then the first stamp, red Sindadak, is clearly showing 7 by 8 dots. Earlier it was always mentioned that red Sindadak bears only 9 by 9 cancellations, but this was certified by Giles and Hammett Giles and Roland Hill, both of them, that this is a genuine stamp and genuine cancellation. Yesterday when I was talking with Martin, I have shown around 12 cancellations on Sindadak, whereas he said that I found one more Sindadak cancellation recently. So sky is the limit. These are the different types of cancellation. Those were used on the Sindadak, right from red, blue, red, white and blue. So these different types of cancellation. Yesterday we were thinking about that Karachi cancellation, and he said that this was just the part of cancellation what I was having, and I took the liberty to show the merchant's mark on above because the Karachi was using the same type of cancellation earlier. So I thought that, and in pre-stamp area, when I saw that so many cancellations in oval and square where there was the name of the city and below there was paid, unpaid and free. So I thought that the same free cancellation must be having the paid cancellation will also be have the crown above that. And he said that no, it is not, at that time they have not used for that. So the mistake is there in my book. Then if he is right, then the cancellation what shown over here, that particular mark is in question now. Anyway, these are the cancellations. And once, sorry, no, it was one single cancellation, but it was used for the free. What piece of paper and cancellation I am having on the Sindadak shows only the 60% portion of the Karachi and paid mark. The above portion is not seen. So I took the liberty while saying that the same free type of cancellation, Karachi free cancellation, might have been the same type used for the paid cancellation. But his opinion is that it is not like that. So for the corrections, maybe he's right or maybe that can be. After that, Sindadak was abolished in 1854. The story I will come again afterwards. And all India cancellations were introduced after introducing the half anna, 1 anna, 2 anna and 4 anna stamps for having the queen's head on that particular thing. So 1 anna, first cancellation was by the dot cancellation. A diamond of dots in various shapes and various sizes also, 8 by 7, 9 by 8 or something like that. But at the same time, there were some round cancellations, some hexagonal cancellations were also been seen. And so many different types of cancellation could be seen in type 1. But then I believe doing that small types of cancellations and supplying to all over India, they might have gone to the type 2 cancellation where it was little bit easy than a diamond of dots cancellation rather than the line cancellation they were using. And type 2 has used line cancellation, but there also they have used round cancellation, hexagonal cancellation, triangular cancellations, and routinely diamond of bars cancellation. Then comes the type 3 cancellation. With this particular cancellation, the early Indian cancellation collection stands complete because this is the only stamp available in the world having type 3 cancellation, and that too on the Sindadak, basically. The story goes like that. Basically, someone has complained that what Rowland Hill has discovered and invented as a stamp, and he suggested the Queen that your face should be there on that piece of paper of 1 inch by 1 inch, and then the postage and the value of that. Whereas when Bartle Frere came to Sindh, he was knowing the use and he understood the facility and the benefits of stamps using as a prepaid for the postage. So he introduced Sindadak over there in lakh, that is in lakh red colors, Sindadak half anna, which was complained by the postman while cancelling that it is getting broken. So they introduced the white of the same design. Then again they complained that when it comes to the evening hours in the daylight or in the mashal or something like that, they can't see the stamp affixed to the envelope. So give us some different type, and then they introduced the blue Sindadak. So same design was introduced thrice, red, white and blue. By the time the blue Sindadak came into use, the complaint was always already been with the Queen, and she has instructed that since my face has not been shown on the stamp, all the stamps, red, white and blue, should be abolished. They should be destroyed, and the cancellations used for that also should be destroyed. With that particular thing, this particular type 3 cancellation, the post office which this cancellation has used might have used it for 1 or 2 or 5 or 10 on stamps, and only one stamp has been surfaced so far in last 273 years. Jal Cooper has once said that he has bought thousands of stamps of all the three types, lock, stock, and barrel, what they has mentioned like that, and he couldn't found a single stamp having a type 3 cancellation. So this is the rarest cancellation. Even I believe it is more rarer than the bishop mark, what yesterday I was telling you. Because even bishop mark was used for 9 different months, and maybe 4, 5, 10 pieces might be surfaced. But this particular cancellation is the one and the only one cancellation used so far. The development goes on continuing. Just having dot cancellation and bar cancellation doesn't emphasize from where that letter has been posted. So they introduced the number system in the type 2, and they have mentioned the name of the city over there. So people then, if you want to find out which city they have posted, have to go back and search the number given to a particular city. So Bombay was using number 4, but at the same time some other cities were also using number 4 cancellation. Likewise, when all these different types of cancellations started, they were almost pan-India they were using, but introduced in Mumbai Circle, this type 4 was introduced over there. Type 5 cancellation, again in the bar cancellation, but not in the rhombus straight line, but it is in the horizontal line. And for the number of the city, they were kept a particular space for that number. But the variety in the type 5 is 5B, that is this particular 178. The lines are going through the number also. It's very difficult to find out sometimes the number which was used, because the lines and the number gets much many a times. So this kind of cancellation is little bit very rare. Again, the varieties what we can suggest while displaying or collecting is that the cap is in the dark one, no cap, cap without dark shades. Like that we can go on changing the say them as varieties. Type 6 was introduced in Karnataka. Though it was in the Madras Circle, they have not used the letter M, but they have used the letter for Karnataka C, they have used the letter C. And on C above, somewhere that C has been smudged as O. Sometimes they have specifically it is coming as O, not the ink disturbed. But this kind of different types of cancellations have been used. Colored cancellations are always been considered as the rare cancellations throughout all these first series of the cancellations. Type 7 was given to Bengal Circle. Here the hexagonal with 5 lines, 3 lines, 5 lines, 3 lines, 4 lines, 5 lines, 6 lines and 7 lines. Up to that, these different lines have been introduced. Actually, every time the top side was the flat one, whereas only once they have used for B46, the apex is going at the top. Calcutta used this particular cancellation, a duplex cancellation, with the big space in between the cancellation. So the varieties are always there. As I already told that each and every type of the cancellation is having so many number of varieties in them. Then came the type 8. Again, the combination of type 2 and type 5 and the space in between. Here, the lines are horizontal and vertical also, and in between that, the number has been introduced. The number A85 or 857 or 824, something like that, these were used by the military military department, and U9 was used by Lahore. So these are the different types of cancellation. Type 8 was used by so many different northern circle, Punjab circle at the same time. Pan India also it was used. Governor General and field force offices, headquarters that used by Governor General, they were used only this particular type of cancellation, and no cancellation in type 7 or 9 have been reported any time so far. The type 9. Type 9 is also initially started for the Madras circle, and then because each and every circle was allotted initially the number and the type. But when Madras circle was allotted, the same cancellation was used by Bombay also, and from Lahore to Madras, all the cities they have used this particular cancellation type 9. And variety of cancellations are there. Tanjore cancellation is having something peculiar, this type of additional, the chances are there that they forgot to cut that particular portion, and that's why it is coming over there. I believe that is not the variety they have done, but that is the mistake of the die maker, basically. These cancellations are a little bit common, but the Kashmir cancellation is extremely difficult to obtain, and in complete form, it is very difficult to get this cancellation. I have tried to show the different types of cancellation at one go, because showing even up to 70, 80 different cancellation, it would have taken much time, and then up to 152 is mind-boggling. The variety was getting developed. These cancellations were developed saying that the earlier cancellation was having some problem. We are not understanding from which city is going. Then type 10 for Bengal and Burma, it was used by Calcutta, and was very simple calculation, Calcutta in duplex form, and with number 1 up to 10 number different, they were used by Calcutta. Here also, it is distinguished between how these two duplex have been joined by the two different lines, and the number 1 is in which color, and then it is whether it is fully dark or hollow, like that. All different types of cancellations try to show you. This number 11 cancellation is having for the central provinces, having C for that, C and P for the central provinces, and number 2 was given to a particular city again. So every circle trying to give the different type of cancellation, and trying to show that they can find out that which city it has been used. Number 12 cancellation is again the adaptation of number 5, but in different format and little bit bigger size. Here also, sometimes they have used number C above the number, but they have not used again here M for Madras circle, but they have used as C for Karnataka only. Type 13 is there. Now they are showing the name of the city, the central portion with broken lines, and on the right side it was for the northwest provinces, so they have shown the NWP over there. Type 14, type 15 and type 16, they were adaptation of type 1, 2 and 5, but again it's very difficult to find whether it is type 1 or type 13, whether it is type 2 or type 14. So it has to be just judged whether it is in use on the earlier period or used after some 25 years. So naturally after 20 and 25 years, type 1, type 2 and type 5 were not used what the cancellations they were provided earlier. So these were the new types again introduced for as a experimental for the different types of post offices they were opening, and that's why the separate numbers were given to them. Thereafter came the All India series, whereby they were little bit again advanced. They tried to show the circle name over there, and at the same time whether it is a disbursing office or whether it is a head office or whether it is a branch office. Like that, they wanted to clarify with that. So number M is for the circle basically. 18 is the disbursing office. 6 is the head office. And 5 is for the branch office. So again, in a particular city, from which branch post office the letter has been posted, they were trying to emphasize on that particular thing, so that it was getting easier who has done wrong thing, who has to be punished for that, whether it has applied right correctly or not. So all other things and the development of the cancellation was going on as per those lines. But sometimes again there were mistake. RH is for receiving house, that was right. But here J1 is over here. 1 is the head office for Jaipur. And again upper side for the disbursing office he has used the letter J1. Second type is J1 he has used without a dash in between. The varieties again goes with number 2 lines above and 3 lines below, or somewhere 3 lines above and 2 lines below. So that doesn't make any difference with the which city they were using, but might be the understanding of the die maker whether he was doing the correct one or the something little bit wrong one. Just to show that these kind of mistakes were also been done, Assam used S as well as G also for Guwahati, and other, that is camp post offices or artillery or other department of military department, when they were using this kind of cancellation, they have not given any name, circle name over here, because military has no circle for them. So that's why they were kept as blank one. Number 19 is again, instead of square one, here the circle name is introduced in the circle. Only difference for this particular cancellation is B was given for Bombay circle, right? But everywhere there were only 8 lines, 2 above, 4 in between and 2 below, whereas Latur has used only this particular 3 and 3 line, that is 9 lines. So only one city has used that particular different type of cancellation, and rest other entire Bombay circle was using 8 lines. Then again for foreign mail also, they have given this kind of 12 type of cancellation for the experimental, for those, this has been used in Zanzibar. Here this is something different cancellation for Bombay series, because Bombay was having more post offices, Madras was having more post offices, Calcutta was having more post offices, branch offices. So the Bombay series, Madras series and Calcutta series were introduced, whereby for Bombay 1, that is Fort area, this particular cancellation was adopted initially. The 3 circles, oval circles were there. Where you can see that it is tilted to left, it is tilted to right, and it is straight, but without the number in between. This particular cancellation was being applied with the help of the machine given by some person Hill. He has introduced that machine, but while fixing that particular right-hand side obligator, they were not, if tightened properly, it was tilting to one side or other side. But for us, it becomes something different, and that becomes again a collectible item for us. Bombay has used so many different types of cancellation for their different cities, different suburbs. This particular cancellation was used only for the foreign mails, where the circle is of only 13 mm circle cancellation. Rest all other used for the various suburbs of the Bombay. This Calcutta series cancellation, it is one of the rare cancellation, but there is a difference of opinion between Renouf, Jal Cooper, and India Post. Renouf has said that number one without lines. Jal Cooper said it is with line, and India Post says that it is like this. So the changes are there. I haven't seen, frankly, on any of the cover, so that I just took the liberty to copy from those servers and continued with that. But unfortunately, whenever I display, I don't display number 23 as with me, with this particular type. But the variety of that we can display. Type 24 is again for the Calcutta series. Here, that bar cancellation number 2 and type 4 cancellation, again number 1 was given over there. This is used for the, again, for the foreign mail only. Calcutta series, here they were having NC and C and other types of words used for different Joransko and other city suburbs. This particular, these two cancellation is having a very typical thing that Calcutta GPO itself has used these two cancellation, and only on the same day, 8 May 891, and only the cancellations found, only other one cancellation I have found with that side cut and very poor piece of paper, but that too was having again 8 May date. So I believe for experimental purpose they might have used that particular cancellation, and again whether they have used or not, because God is unknown, but the variety is there, and they have tried a better option to give the name of the NC or C or somewhere here, but later on I believe it has not been done like that. Madras Circle is having again the different type of cancellation. Here the rhombus is being divided in again multiple rhombus, and number 1 was again given over there. So each and every circle they were trying to see that a different type of cancellation, different type of some identity is being given by them. Agra has been given a urban series, but I don't know Agra was whether that big in those days. But still, Agra has been given, no other city has been given this type of special cancellation as urban series cancellation. This kind of cancellations we have seen that on number for type 2 cancellations also on the earlier period, that is on lithographs, they were used. If the cancellation is not available with them, the pen was used as a cancellation. So the same thing is been used at Madras Circle also. Then comes the district post cancellation, when a small village or city, I mean a village only, they have not been given a status of post office and no cancellation was provided to them. So they used to collect the cover, they stamp on that cover at sideways, and then it has been sent to the main post office, and where the stamp was used to be get cancelled. So district post in South India, it was very famous in those days. Northern area, very few instances are found of district post, but different types of district posts we can see. Tanjore is having that the Taluka Tapal, then SATT, South Arcot Tanjore is with different type. These are the registration type. So the district post, they were also using a different types of cancellation to say that these are the district post cancellation. In Mumbai Circle, this was used by Nasik and nearby Pune, that is Deolali and I believe, I forgot that. Deolali was near Nasik. Sorry? Bagur. Deolali was there. The second one was used as AR3 was used by Ahmednagar basically, and the second one was AR2 was used by Nasik. Deolali. Again, different type of district post where they have mentioned clearly D and P, and number 50 must have been the city where this particular stamp was cancelled. Few more types of district port cancellation. These are very rare cancellations because such kind of cancellations and such types of post offices were very few. Initially, if they have not been given, they used to give the experimental type of cancellation, but where the experimental type of cancellation was not been given, they were cancelling putting the postmark on the envelope, and the cancellation was to be done by the main post office. This ZY is a zamindari post. So if the zamindar himself is putting the cancellation, so these are the very rare type of cancellation, ZY. That is, it is known as a zamindari cancellation. Some other types of cancellation, just to show the different types of, that is a receiving type cancellation, these are the experimental type cancellation. This experimental type cancellation is being used by various cities throughout the India with the same type, that 6 arches to the right side and the left side duplex is having the name of the city. One more very rare experimental type of cancellation. Bangi, when the material is to be transferred is heavy one, they use the bangi to send the material, and different types of this cancellation is also there, bangi paid and bangi unpaid. Red is for the paid and black is for the unpaid. I have seen one of the cancellation having the charges as 454 rupees. In 1858, 58 or some, I don't exactly remember the year now, but the charges were 454 rupees. So I don't believe what must have been sent through that particular cloth envelope, and on that the stamp has been applied for that rupees. These are the different types of dead letter office. When a person is not found, the letter is to be sent to the dead letter office. It used to remain over there. They tried to find out where it should have been gone, and again they used to send it again back to the city from where they have received it, and they, with some other information, they used to see that whether it is been getting delivered. If not delivered, then it has to be later on to be destroyed afterwards. But different types of cancellation innovations are there, bullet type and round and oval and other types of cancellation. This particular intaglio cancellation is not basically on the cover it should have come, but it was applied on the bag, where all the DLOs were collected, and on that, above that, the DLO, this seal cancellation was there, they have used over there. These are the miscellaneous cancellations, that is missent cancellation, and from where it has been sent and where it has gone wrong. In those days, if a particular postmaster or sorter couldn't send the letter to a proper city, instead of Calcutta, if he's sending it to Calicut, something like that, and for Bombay it has been sent to Broach, for third mistake, he used to get fine of half anna. Yesterday I told that. But at the same time, they have tried to emphasize from where it has gone wrong, missent to which city it has come. And again, they used to send the letter back to the city from where they have received, and they used to find it where it should have gone again. And likewise, this particular missent cancellations, they were introduced. But later on, there were so many different types of missent to second Punjab, that is up train, number 3 down train. So the postal department was trying to see that the best possible way to find out from where it has gone wrong and how it can be corrected in future also, that there should not be any mistake. when the letter has to be posted. Because in those days, even the half anna and 1 anna to spend for postage was a big issue. Here I am ending basically because it's very difficult to go with the railway cancellations and steamer cancellations and government and military cancellations. Actually, yesterday we thought that I will display the collection of that particular section. So I thought I will just end it over here and that I will show. But again, the time constraint is there. Sometime next, I can just try to show all these cancellations. At the same time, I would just like to say a few words. We have come out with one book, just while at the time of introduction, they have said that 700 plus pages book is there, Encyclopedia of Early Indian Cancellation and Postmarks, 1852 to 1900. I have yesterday, like our President Madhukar has said, I thought that the books I will bring over here and I will, whatever the amount received by me by selling it, it will go to the PCI Trust. If it is not been sold over here, I will hand over all these copies to Kapil, and Kapil will keep it for sale anywhere, wherever he want to sell those copies, and whatever the revenue is coming, it should go to the trust. Thank you very much for.
Kishorji, thank you very much. Do we have any questions for Kishorji, please?
All these different cancellations, where were the cancellers made? At all different locations?
I couldn't understood your.
Where were they made? The cancellers.
They were made at one place and then distributed everywhere, or
Every division was given a free hand to create their own cancellation,
design and
own
fit
designs and art. Because every circle, initially they wanted to segregate the entire India in different parts to understand from where that letter has been started basically. Unless and until they know, because being a vast country and only lines and dots, if they are there, it is unbelievable. Because yesterday we saw the name of the person and the city name. Even whatever letter we get, early Indian letters from Rajasthan, it is been mentioned Kishor Srivallabh, not even the surname, Nagore. Santogiram Jagannath Nagore. So the postman was knowing who is Santogiram Jagannath, the firm name or the person name. And Nagore itself was sufficient. Even Mumbai also was like that. But then when they found that there are lot many of people, the cities are enlarging, so then the need arises that they should have a typical cancellation so that the letter can be delivered very properly, and if it is been not delivered properly, it can come to the back to from where it has been posted. And there they could find from which city, which point, which suburban it was posted, and they could find the solution for that. Anything?
So far district post is concerned, till now what I heard, that it was relating to some police, but now when you submitted, you relate it with experimental post office.
That is experimental postage. That is not exactly experimental postage, but then the district post was specially mentioned, applied, because the letter is coming from a city where there was no village, there was no post office. So it has been, suppose from Goregaon, it was not having any post office at that time, because I don't remember the name of that small cities from southern India. So from Goregaon it is coming. So Goregaon was not allowed to apply the stamp. So he used to apply the stamp sideways, and the stamp was cancelled by the Mumbai post office. So that way from district the letters are coming to the head post office, and there it was being cancelled. The stamp was cancelled. So it is mentioned as district post.
Okay, thank you.
The postmans were there. They were not allowed. Basically, that particular village was not been given a postmark to cancel the things. So that's why they used to collect, they used to send. But they were not allowed to cancel the stamp. It's over. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Sir, the Zindog Type 3, that cancellation which you showed, is it part of your collection?
Yes.
3 cheers.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. As we all have come to understand that collecting Indian stamps, not only Indian stamps, when we say philately, it's a lifelong learning process. It's not easy for us to learn this over a 1 hour session or probably a one day workshop. This is a learning curve, and it has to keep happening. And each time we have experts like Kishorji coming here and trying to explain what they have researched over a period of time. And thank you very much
Thank
for
you,
your
sir. Thank you very much for your patient hearing.
valuable lessons for us.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.